East Sea. The USS Wayne E. Meyer, one of America's Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, is sitting motionless. A mechanical failure has shut the whole thing down. No engines, no power, just drifting. And on that ship are 280 sailors plus 60 Marines. That's 340 Americans who suddenly find themselves in the worst possible situation. And that's when North Korea sees their chance and takes it. 4 submarines break through the surface around the destroyer. 6 warships move in from the north. 10 vessels total. A perfect trap. The Americans have nowhere to go. Before anyone can react, 120 North Korean commandos are swarming onto the American ship, taking control, overwhelming everyone. All 340 Americans get forced below the deck, locked away, prisoners on their own warship. The demand from North Korea comes fast: $10 billion. Pay it, get the hostages back, get the ship back. Time limit, 48 hours. And if America doesn't pay, they start executing people one by one, broadcasting it to the whole world. But what North Korea doesn't know is they just made 7 mistakes that will end them. Mistake 1. America never negotiates with terrorists. That's not how this works. No ransoms, no deals, period. Mistake 2. The USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group is only 100 kilometers away. That means 40 aircraft, 6 destroyers, 2,000 Marines who can deploy immediately. Mistake 3. South Korea puts their entire navy into motion. 20 warships, F-15 fighters, special forces ready to go. Mistake 4. Japan activates their maritime defense forces. 8 destroyers, P-8 Poseidon aircraft, complete surveillance on all North Korean vessels. Mistake 5. Navy SEALs are already getting ready. 60 operators. The plan is made. They're taking that ship back. Mistake 6. When you capture American sailors, you're declaring war. The response will be total. The force will be overwhelming. No holding back. Mistake 7. In 33 minutes, every hostage gets freed. Every commando gets eliminated. Every North Korean ship ends up at the bottom of the ocean. This is Operation Hostage Freedom. Let me walk you through it. But first, we need to go back 72 hours before any of this happens. Inside Pyongyang, North Korean Supreme Command Headquarters, Kim Jong-un is sitting in a briefing room getting intelligence reports from his military advisors. The intelligence officer lays it out. An American destroyer is operating near our territorial waters. Our sources indicate they're having mechanical problems. The ship is vulnerable right now. This could be an opportunity we won't get again. Kim Jong-un leans forward. His military planners have been waiting for a moment like this. One of them speaks up with a bold proposal. Supreme Leader, we can capture that warship, take the entire crew hostage, demand a massive ransom. $10 billion. It would demonstrate our power to the world. It would humiliate the United States. Force them to negotiate with us on our terms. The room goes quiet. Everyone's waiting to see how Kim Jong-un reacts. He thinks about it for a moment. Then he nods. Authorize the operation. Mobilize our submarines. Deploy the surface vessels. Get the boarding teams ready. We're taking that destroyer. Supreme Command issues the orders immediately. The Korean People's Navy starts preparing their forces. They're pulling together 4 Romeo-class submarines. These are old Soviet designs from decades ago. Diesel-electric engines, slow compared to modern subs, but they still work. And each one can carry 30 commandos. That's 120 elite boarding specialists total. They also deploy 6 surface warships to support the operation. 2 Najin-class frigates, 4 Soho-class patrol boats, all of them armed with deck guns and anti-ship missiles. Their job is providing fire support and making sure nobody can escape. The commandos get their final briefing. The orders are clear: board that destroyer, capture the crew alive. Killing should only happen if absolutely necessary. Hostages are valuable. Dead Americans don't get you ransom money. Take control of the ship, navigate it into North Korean waters, then wait for the payment. The training happens incredibly fast. Shipboarding techniques, how to control large groups of hostages, basic navigation of a destroyer, handling weapons aboard a captured vessel. Everything gets compressed into just a few days. There's no time to waste. The mission has to launch immediately while that American ship is still vulnerable. Meanwhile, out in the East Sea, the USS Wayne E. Meyer is going about routine operations. It's a standard freedom of navigation patrol. Just normal business. The kind of thing the Navy does all the time in international waters. Captain Marcus Johnson is in command. He's got 20 years of experience under his belt. His crew knows what they're doing. The ship is maintained to the highest standards. But here's the thing about machinery. Even on the best ships, things can fail. It's 1:10 in the afternoon when engineering starts reporting trouble. The main engine is malfunctioning, turbine failure. Power levels are dropping. The ship starts slowing down. Emergency procedures activate automatically. Backup systems come online, but the main propulsion, that's completely offline. Captain Johnson gets on the communication system immediately. Engineering, I need a status report. What are we looking at here? Can we restore propulsion? The chief engineer's voice comes back over the speaker, and it's not good news. Captain, the turbine took severe damage. We're looking at a minimum of 6 hours to repair it. Could be as long as 12 hours. Right now, we're completely dead in the water. Johnson doesn't hesitate with his response. Notify the fleet. Put in a request for assistance. We might need a tugboat out here. Keep our defensive posture up. We're vulnerable sitting here like this. I want all hands on alert status. Let me break down what's on that ship. You've got 280 sailors running all the critical systems. Weapons, engineering, navigation, communications. Then you've got 60 Marines who handle security and defense. Every single person is armed. Every single person is trained. But without the ability to move, they're sitting ducks. At 1:30 in the afternoon, those 4 North Korean submarines leave their base. They're traveling underwater, using their diesel engines to stay as quiet as possible while they approach the American destroyer's position. North Korean intelligence has given them the exact coordinates. They know right where to find their target. The attack is beginning. At 1:45, 6 North Korean surface ships leave port. The frigates and patrol boats make a direct line for the disabled destroyer. They're the support force. Their job is cutting off any reinforcements and blocking escape routes. It's all coordinated perfectly. Back on the USS Wayne E. Meyer, the crew is working frantically. Engineers are doing everything they can to repair those turbines, welding, replacing parts. They're desperate to get mobility back because everyone on that ship knows exactly how exposed they are right now. Every minute counts. At 2 in the afternoon, the ship's radar starts picking up contacts. 4 submarines, 6 surface vessels. All of them are North Korean. All of them are heading straight for the destroyer. The hostile intent couldn't be more obvious. A bridge officer shouts out the warning. Captain, we've got multiple contacts. 4 submarines are surfacing. 6 warships are approaching. It's North Korean forces, sir. They're surrounding us. Captain Johnson's response is instant. General quarters. All hands to battle stations. We've got hostile forces approaching. Get all defensive weapons ready. Notify the fleet immediately. This is happening right now. Alarms start blaring throughout the ship. All 340 crew members are sprinting to their positions. But here's the problem. The ship still can't move. They can't maneuver. They can't run away. The only options left are fight or surrender. Johnson transmits an emergency message. This is USS Wayne E. Meyer to all stations. We are under attack by North Korean forces. 4 submarines, 6 warships. Our ship cannot move. We need immediate assistance. The USS Ronald Reagan is positioned 100 kilometers to the south. The carrier strike group is under the command of Admiral Patricia Collins. She receives that emergency transmission and authorizes immediate response. Collins starts issuing orders. Launch the Ready Alert aircraft. 6 FA-18s. Get them on combat air patrol. Protect the Wayne E. Meyer. Prepare the rescue force. Get the Marines on standby. Move now. But North Korea is already ahead of schedule. At 2010 in the afternoon, 4 submarines reach the destroyer and surface right alongside it. Hatches open up. Commandos start emerging, 30 from each submarine. That's 120 total. The 6 warships move into position around the destroyer. It's a complete circle. Deck guns are pointed right at the American ship. Missiles are locked on. The message is crystal clear. If you resist, everyone dies. The North Korean commander broadcasts over the radio, American destroyer, you are completely surrounded. 4 submarines, 6 warships, 120 soldiers. Resistance is pointless. Surrender immediately. Captain Johnson takes stock of everything. His ship can't move. They're completely surrounded and outnumbered. His crew is armed. The Marines are ready to fight. They could put up resistance, but the casualties would be absolutely catastrophic. He'd be sending his people to die. Johnson makes the hardest decision of his entire career. He's thinking about his crew, keeping them alive, banking on rescue coming soon, trusting in the system. Johnson addresses everyone on the ship. All hands, stand down. Do not engage the enemy. Keep yourselves safe. Rescue is coming. We're going to survive this. That's what matters most right now. Stand down. At 2:15 in the afternoon, 120 North Korean commandos climb onto the USS Wayne E. Meyer. They're using grappling hooks, rope ladders, boarding planks. These guys know what they're doing. It's a professional operation. The American crew gets ordered below decks. All 340 people, the 280 sailors and 60 Marines. They're herded into different areas: the mess deck, the engine room, the berthing spaces. Doors get locked. Guards are posted everywhere. Heavy security. North Korean commandos take over every critical system on the ship. The bridge, the engine room, all the weapon systems, communications equipment. They have total control now. The ship belongs to them. The Americans are prisoners. At 2:30 in the afternoon, North Korea makes a global announcement. They broadcast to CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera. Every major news network in the world gets the same live statement. A North Korean spokesperson appears on camera. The Democratic People's Republic has successfully captured the American warship USS Wayne E. Meyer. We are currently holding 340 American sailors and Marines. Our demand is $10 billion US. The ransom must be paid within 48 hours. If payment is not received, we will begin executing one hostage every hour. These executions will be broadcast live to the world. The United States has 48 hours to decide. Choose wisely. The entire world reacts with shock. It's an international crisis. Families are sitting at home watching television, suddenly finding out their sons, daughters, husbands, wives are being held hostage. $10 billion is on the table, 48 hours on the clock. The question everyone's asking: will America give in to these demands? The Pentagon moves with incredible speed. Within minutes, the Secretary of Defense is holding a press conference. The statement is direct and uncompromising. Let me be absolutely clear about something. The United States does not negotiate with terrorists. We do not pay ransoms under any circumstances. Our rescue forces are being mobilized as we speak. North Korea needs to release these hostages immediately, or they will face a military response unlike anything they've ever experienced. At 2:35 in the afternoon, just 5 minutes after North Korea's announcement, a massive Allied mobilization kicks off across 3 countries. The USS Ronald Reagan launches every single aircraft it has available: 24 FA-18 Super Hornets, 4 EA-18G Growlers for electronic warfare, 8 F-35C stealth fighters. That's 36 aircraft heading straight for the captured destroyer. South Korea activates every warship in their entire navy. 20 warships are deploying. The ROK-Japan the Great, their most advanced Aegis destroyer. The ROK-Japan Sunsin, another Aegis destroyer. Plus 18 additional vessels. They're moving to completely surround the North Korean force. Japan brings their maritime self-defense force into full action. The JS Kongo Aegis destroyer, the JS Atago Aegis destroyer, 6 more destroyers, 2 submarines, P-8 Poseidon surveillance aircraft providing complete coverage from the air. Allied forces are converging from every direction. 60 American aircraft, 20 South Korean ships, 10 Japanese vessels. The force is absolutely overwhelming. But here's the complication that makes everything difficult: the hostages. North Korea is using 340 Americans as human shields. Any direct attack puts American lives at serious risk. You can't just blow up the ship when your own people are on board. The answer to this problem? Surgical precision rescue. Navy SEALs, Marine Force Recon, South Korean Special Operators, Japanese Special Forces. A combined operation hitting from multiple directions at the same time. The plan: get the hostages out, take down the captors, retake the ship. Clean and professional. At 3 in the afternoon, the rescue force is fully assembled and ready to deploy. 60 Navy SEALs, 120 Marines, 40 South Korean Special Forces operators, 20 Japanese Special Forces operators. That's 240 of the world's most elite fighters. Mission parameters are crystal clear. Free 340 hostages. Eliminate 120 North Korean commandos. Retake the destroyer. No American casualties. Planning is wrapped up and finalized. The insertion method: MH-60 helicopters. Fast rope directly onto the destroyer. Breach into the locked compartments where hostages are being held. Free the hostages. Eliminate the guards. The approach needs to be systematic, professional, overwhelming force. At 3:15 in the afternoon, only 45 minutes after the capture happened, the rescue operation launches. 33 minutes until every single person is free. The rescue force is launching from 3 different directions. Coordination is absolutely critical here. American force: 12 MH-60 Seahawk helicopters, 60 Navy SEALs, 120 Marines, They're taking off from the USS Ronald Reagan. Flight time to target 8 minutes. South Korean force, 6 Syrian helicopters, 40 special operators. They're launching from a South Korean amphibious assault ship. Flight time 10 minutes. Japanese force, 4 SH-60K helicopters, 20 special forces operators. They're departing from the JS-Yuga helicopter carrier. Flight time 12 minutes. Everything has to be perfectly timed. Everyone needs to arrive at the exact same moment. Maximum force, maximum speed. Because here's the thing, North Korea has already threatened to start executing hostages if they're attacked. Any delay means Americans start dying. Every second counts. On board the USS Wayne E. Meyer right now, the hostages are trapped below deck. 340 Americans total. 120 of them are locked in the mess deck, 80 in the engine room, 140 in the berthing areas. All of them under guard, all of them scared, all of them waiting and hoping that rescue is coming. Captain Johnson is locked up in the mess deck with a large portion of his crew. He addresses his people quietly, keeping his voice low so the guards don't hear. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. Rescue is coming. SEALs, Marines, our allies. They're on their way right now. When the shooting starts, and it will start, you hit the deck immediately. Stay down, stay low. Let the professionals do their work. We survive by staying out of the way. Everyone understand? Quiet responses come back from his crew. Yes, sir. We're ready. We trust you. North Korean commandos are positioned strategically throughout the entire ship. 20 of them are holding the bridge. 15 are guarding the engine room. 20 are watching the mess deck. 30 are covering the berthing areas. 35 are on patrol throughout the decks and corridors. Every area is covered. Every exit is blocked. The 4 North Korean submarines are still on the surface right alongside the destroyer. They're providing support and potential escape routes if needed. Each submarine still has 30 commandos on board. That's additional reinforcements if things go wrong. 6 North Korean warships are circling the destroyer in a defensive pattern. They're maintaining the perimeter, ready to engage any rescue forces that try to approach. At least, that's what they think they're ready for, but they weren't prepared for just how coordinated the Allied response would be. They had no idea that everyone would hit them at the exact same time. At 3:20 in the afternoon, Allied aircraft arrive overhead. 36 American aircraft, 26 South Korean F-15s, 12 Japanese F-Ts, 12 Japanese F-2s. That's 68 aircraft total filling the sky. Complete and total air superiority. The North Korean vessels below have absolutely nowhere to hide. The aircraft commanders are coordinating over secure channels. All stations lock on to those North Korean warships. We're hitting all of them simultaneously. Take out their support vessels. Clear the entire area for our helicopters. Weapons are free. Waiting on my mark. At 3:22 in the afternoon, mark. Engage all targets now. 68 aircraft fire anti-ship missiles all at once. Harpoons, naval strike, missiles, ASM-3s. That's 136 missiles in the air, all targeting just 6 North Korean warships, 20 missiles per ship. There's absolutely no defense against that kind of firepower. The North Korean frigates try to defend themselves. They're launching surface-to-air missiles. Their automated systems are doing everything they can, but it's completely ineffective. There are just too many missiles coming in. They can't possibly stop them all. Their defense systems simply aren't good enough. The missiles strike at almost the exact same moment. All 6 North Korean warships explode into massive fireballs. Huge explosions lighting up the ocean. All of them are sinking. All of them are destroyed. The entire operation takes 2 minutes. Their complete support fleet is eliminated. At 3:23 in the afternoon, the destroyer is completely isolated. There are 120 commandos still on board. 340 hostages still on board. 340 hostages still locked below. But no backup, no support, no way out. They're surrounded by Allied forces from every direction. The North Korean commander on the destroyer is starting to panic. He gets on the radio back to Pyongyang, his voice urgent. Our support ships are destroyed. The submarines are sunk. We're completely surrounded on all sides. Rescue forces are incoming. What are our orders? What do we do? The response from Pyongyang comes back cold and direct. Hold that destroyer at all costs. If they attack, start executing the hostages immediately. Use the Americans as human shields. Do not give up that ship under any circumstances. The commander starts yelling orders to his men throughout the ship. Everyone listen up. The Americans are attacking. Get ready to execute hostages on my command. Bring the prisoners up to the deck right now. We're using them as shields against those helicopters. North Korean guards start dragging hostages out of the locked compartments. They're forcing Americans up onto the deck at gunpoint. using them as human shields to protect against the incoming helicopters. 80 Americans get brought topside. They're lined up on the deck with North Korean commandos standing behind them, holding guns to their heads. It's a desperate last-ditch tactic, but at 3:24 in the afternoon, American helicopters arrive on scene. 12 MH-60s, 60 Navy SEALs, 120 Marines. They're hovering right above the destroyer, pilots and operators studying the situation below. 80 Americans visible on the deck with hostile guards surrounding them from behind. This requires surgical precision. One wrong move and Americans die. The SEAL commander speaks over the tactical channel. We've got hostages on the deck with hostages on around them. We cannot fast rope in safely. Snipers, do you have clear shots? 4 SEAL snipers are positioned in 2 different helicopters. They've got precision rifles, thermal scopes. They're locking onto the North Korean guards. 20 targets total. Just their heads are visible above the hostages. The hostages are positioned right below them. These are incredibly difficult shots under any circumstances. The SEAL sniper team leader responds over comms, "We've got the shots, 20 guards, but we need to hit them all at exactly the same time." Coordination is absolutely critical here. All snipers are ready and waiting. The commander counts down the order. "All snipers, you will fire on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark." 4 snipers fire at precisely the same instant. 20 rounds perfectly aimed at 20 North Korean guards who are holding hostages. Every single shot has to be perfect. There's no room for error. 20 guards drop at the exact same moment. All headshots, all instantly fatal. Not a single hostage gets hit. Perfect execution. The 80 Americans immediately drop to the deck, getting out of the line of fire, clearing the field. The SEAL commander gives the order everyone's been waiting for. Fast rope in. Go, 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 go. 16 Navy SEALs fast rope onto the destroyer deck. It takes 10 seconds. Every single one of them is on board. They immediately start engaging the remaining commandos on deck. Precision shooting, room clearing techniques, complete professionalism under fire. There are still 20 North Korean commandos on the deck. They're in complete shock. Their guards just got taken out by sniper fire. Navy SEALs are coming at them from all directions. They fight back with everything they have. AK rifles firing, grenades being thrown, desperate defense, fighting for their lives. But 60 Navy SEALs is just too much to handle. They're suppressing enemy fire, maneuvering tactically, flanking positions, eliminating threats one by one. 20 commandos eliminated in 3 minutes. The deck is completely secured. At 3:25 in the afternoon, South Korean helicopters arrive on scene. 6 Syrians, 40 operators fast roping onto the opposite side of the destroyer. They're securing the stern section, cutting off any possible escape routes for the remaining commandos. At exactly the same time, Japanese helicopters arrive. 4 SH-60Ks, 20 Special Forces operators fast roping down to secure the bow section. The ship is completely covered now from every angle. There's absolutely no way out, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The total assault force now on board: 60 American Navy SEALs, 120 American Marines, 40 South Korean Special Operators, 20 Japanese Special Forces operators. That's 240 of the world's most elite fighters against 80 remaining North Korean commandos who are trapped inside the ship. The SEAL commander is coordinating all units over the tactical network. We're clearing the ship systematically, room by room. Free every single hostage. Eliminate every single hostage. Eliminate every single hostile. By the numbers. Professional execution. Execute the plan now. American SEALs move to breach the mess deck. Flashbangs go off. Door charges blow the hatches open. Explosive entry. There are 20 North Korean guards inside the mess deck, with 120 hostages. The guards immediately try using the hostages as human shields, but the SEALs are using precision shooting techniques. They're targeting the guards while carefully avoiding the hostages. This is advanced training put into practice. Perfect execution under pressure. 20 guards eliminated. 0 hostages hit. The mess deck is secure and freed. South Korean operators move to breach the berthing areas. There are 30 North Korean guards inside with 140 hostages. Same tactics, same precision. Flashbangs, precise, fire, room clearing. 30 guards eliminated. Berthing areas are secure. Hostages are freed. Japanese Special Forces take the engine room. 50 North Korean guards, 80 hostages held there. Coordinated assault from multiple entry points. Guards are eliminated. Engineers are freed. Engine room is secured. Marines start sweeping through the remaining compartments throughout the ship. the bridge, radio room, storage areas, armory, corridors. There are 15 commandos still hiding and fighting back in various locations. The Marines clear it all systematically, room by room, corridor by corridor. Using proper tactical procedures, all 15 remaining commandos are eliminated. At 3:35 in the afternoon, the entire ship is completely secured. Every single compartment has been cleared. All 120 North Korean commandos have been eliminated. All 340 American hostages have been freed. 0 hostage casualties. 0 friendly force casualties. It's a perfect mission execution. Captain Johnson, freed from the mess deck, runs straight to the bridge of his ship. He addresses everyone over the ship's intercom. All hands. The ship is secure. Enemy forces have been completely eliminated. Return to your normal stations. We're taking our ship back right now. The crew erupts in celebration. 340 Americans hugging each other, crying, celebrating. They're alive, they're free, they're safe. Against all odds, they survived. American engineers immediately get to work restarting systems throughout the ship. Power is being restored. Engines are being repaired. The ship is becoming operational again. The USS Wayne E. Meyer is back under full American control. But it's not over yet. At 3:40 in the afternoon, it's time for retaliation. North Korea made demands. They threatened executions. They captured American service members. That's completely unacceptable. There have to be consequences. The USS Ronald Reagan launches a full strike package, 24 F/A-18 Super Hornets loaded with precision munitions. South Korea contributes 12 F-15K fighters to the strike force. Japan sends 8 F-2 fighters loaded with anti-ground weapons. That's 44 strike aircraft total, all heading for North Korean military installations along the coast. The targets have been identified through intelligence. The submarine base where those Romeo-class submarines launched from. The naval headquarters that authorized this entire operation. Kim Jong-un's coastal residence compound. Military command centers, radar installations, missile battery sites, coastal artillery positions. 8 major targets total. 44 aircraft deliver 176 precision-guided bombs, GBU-31 Joint Direct Attack munitions, GBU-39 small-diameter bombs, precision weapons designed to hit exactly what they're aimed at. Every single target gets struck. Every single target gets destroyed. Complete elimination. The submarine base gets absolutely obliterated. Piers are blown apart. Maintenance facilities collapse. Fuel storage tanks explode in massive fireballs. They cannot operate submarines from that base anymore. Naval headquarters is destroyed. The command bunker gets penetrated by bunker buster munitions. Communications equipment is eliminated. Heavy casualties among the staff. Operations are completely disrupted. 6 more facilities get struck with precision weapons, all of them heavily damaged. All capabilities severely degraded. North Korea's entire naval capability along that coast is crippled. At 3:48 in the afternoon, exactly 33 minutes after the rescue operation began, Operation Hostage Freedom is declared complete. Final tally, all 340 Americans rescued safely. All 120 North Korean commandos eliminated, 4 submarines sunk, 6 warships destroyed, 8 bases and facilities struck and destroyed. Perfect execution from start to finish. Devastating response with 0 friendly casualties. This is the day North Korea captured an American warship and paid the ultimate price for that decision. Let me recap the timeline for you. At 2015 in the afternoon, 120 commandos board the USS Wayne E. Meyer. 340 Americans are taken hostage. The ship is captured. North Korea demands $10 billion. They set a 48-hour deadline. They threaten to execute hostages if the ransom isn't paid. At 3:48 in the afternoon, just 33 minutes after rescue operations launched, every single hostage is freed. Every single commando is eliminated. 4 submarines are at the bottom of the ocean. 6 warships are destroyed. 8 military bases are burning. Total Allied victory, complete and overwhelming. This is what happens when you capture American service members. This is Operation Hostage Freedom. You can board warships if you want. You can take sailors hostage. You can demand billions of dollars. You can make execution threats. You might think you're winning in that moment, but you're not winning. You haven't won anything. You just triggered the countdown to your own complete destruction. Navy SEALs will rescue the hostages. Marines will retake the ships. South Korea will destroy your vessels. Japan will eliminate your threats. Allied forces will strike your bases. Coordinated response. Overwhelming force. Completely unstoppable. 120 commandos tried to capture a ship. All 120 ended up dead. 4 submarines sent to provide support, all 4 sunk. 6 ships deployed as backup, all 6 destroyed. 8 bases involved in the operation, all 8 burning. 33 minutes from start to finish. Total and complete failure for North Korea. Here's the lesson that needs to be learned. Never capture American service members, never demand ransoms, never threaten American lives, because 33 minutes later, your hostages will be walking free. Your commandos will be dead, your navy will be destroyed, your bases will be reduced to rubble. America doesn't negotiate with terrorists. America doesn't negotiate with terrorists. America doesn't pay ransoms. America doesn't surrender. America just rescues its people, retaliates against the aggressors, and wins decisively every single time. 340 Americans prove it. 33 minutes confirms it. Capture Americans and face total annihilation. Every single time. No exceptions whatsoever. That's Operation Hostage Freedom.